day. From Seattle, Washington, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now? To be consistent in all of his processes.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. On play action, Lock. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
They fake the handoff. Now Lock. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On play action, Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 catches, 89 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is number 1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Lance going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. To throw, it's Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. Got an open man. It's Washington.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 2nd down, Hinton. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Lance looking to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 1st down, Hinton. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On 2nd down now, Hinton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man,
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Malone. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Bears who have the lead. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. The Vikings trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this.
Touchdown! It's complete. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Meanwhile, Lance's throw hauled in by Washington. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to him on first down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. The Seahawks have picked it up, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Locke going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. To the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Lance. Open man there is Malone. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd down, it's Green. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Lance now on 1st down, and that one going to come up short, low throw.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. There goes a deep ball in zone. And this one is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I think it's safe to say we know who the game ball is probably going to after this one.
Without a doubt, they're going to stand up in the middle of the locker room after the game, and the head coach is going to say, great performance, terrific, game ball. Right here, and going to present it to him. And if he's smart, he'll accept the game ball, then say, dinner on me for the offensive line at the best steakhouse in town. Make sure those guys are taken care of.
Those O-linemen have helped him to 4 touchdown runs. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 131 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Hands it off out of the gun. Pushes him over. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drives 7 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Shotgun now for Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And caught right side, Green. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And it'll be third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up fourth down. Lance to throw for it on fourth down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our